You were the armorer, the one that stood between a safe weapon and a weapon that could kill someone. You alone turned a safe weapon into a lethal weapon.
And tonight, that former armorer on the Rust movie set is heading to one of our state prisons.
A Santa Fe judge gave Hannah Gutierrez-Reed the maximum sentence for her role in the death of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins.
Now, a jury convicted Gutierrez-Reed of involuntary manslaughter just last month after prosecutors argued her carelessness allowed a real bullet to be fired on set, killing Hutchins and injuring the director.
Griffin Rushton was in the courtroom today when Gutierrez-Reed learned her punishment, and her attitude turned out to be a major theme today, Griffin.
Yeah, it absolutely was. Prosecutors argue Gutierrez-Reed's reckless attitude on set concerned them, but so did her apparent lack of guilt following her own conviction. Judge Mary Marlowe Sommer clearly wanted Gutierrez-Reed to take accountability for her actions today, but she didn't.
The word remorse, a deep regret, coming from a sense of guilt for past wrongs. That's not you.
For the first time since she was charged with involuntary manslaughter following Halyna Hutchins' death, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed spoke on her own behalf.
First and foremost, my heart aches for the Hutchins family and friends and colleagues as well. And it has since the day this tragedy occurred. I am saddened by the way the media sensationalized our traumatic tragedy and portrayed me as a complete monster, which has actually been the total opposite of what's been in my heart.
At no point did she directly apologize for her role in the tragedy. Her attorney told Judge Mary Marlowe Sommer she was remorseful, but Judge Sommer didn't buy it.
You said you were sorry. You were sorry, but not you were sorry for what you did.
The people who knew Hutchins, including her agent, said Gutierrez-Reed was not the only person responsible for the tragedy.
This was not a simple accident. It was a chain of events that led to the killing of someone, and that chain would have been broken if the armorer was doing the job she was hired to do.
But he's only talking about what happened on set back in 2021. Court documents detailing Gutierrez-Reed's nearly 200 jail phone calls following her conviction in early March added a new layer.
Hannah says that people have accidents and people die. It's an unfortunate part of life, but it doesn't mean she should be in jail.
Throughout those calls, Gutierrez-Reed reportedly also describes the jurors as idiots, blames the on-set medic for not being prepared, claims the judge is targeting her out of spite, and says jail is kind of like summer camp, even telling someone she's having fun.
It's difficult to listen to the way that she's speaking over the phone with being so flippant and self-concerned.
Judge Sommer says those calls gave her the standing to impose the maximum sentence allowed, 18 months in a New Mexico prison.
A conditional discharge is not appropriate. And the second option of leaving you in the detention center would be giving you a pass you do not deserve. You alone turned a safe weapon into a lethal weapon. But for you, Miss Hutchins would be alive, a husband would have his partner, and a little boy would have his mother. Please take her.
While today was the first time we heard from Gutierrez-Reed herself, it was also the first time we heard from Hutchins' mother and sister. They both submitted video messages from their homes in war-torn Ukraine. They both told the court they will never be the same after Halyna's death, and while no punishment will fully resolve this tragedy, they asked the judge to deliver the maximum sentence.
She said, even as time passes, the wound and the pain that has been caused by what happened on that set of Rust, it took the life of her daughter. It has not healed with time, but perhaps the fact that there has been some form of justice today under the law will help a little bit.
Now, it's worth noting the Rust saga is not over. Alec Baldwin also faces an involuntary manslaughter charge, and he's expected to face a jury in New Mexico in July.
Yeah, Griffin, thanks. There's already been a lot of legal back and forth with that upcoming trial.